Okay, Mom, it's the end of November. What are we doing with your tomato plants?
Okay, I have a couple different varieties. I took some cuttings yesterday. I'm just going to take some cuttings now of this one tomato plant, which looks pretty good, all things considered, but there's no way in hell it's going to give me fruit. So,
And it's not going to survive the winter.
no, no. So, I'm just going to take some cuttings, and tomatoes root pretty easily in water. So I'm just,
You're going to root that?
yes, it's coming over here. I'm putting it in this little container of water, and then I'll bring it in the house and put it on the windowsill
Okay.
where it gets a little bit of sunlight.
So the whole idea here is you're trying to beat the season next year and not have to grow everything from seed.
Right. I'm hoping to take some cuttings, put them in water. They'll root in a few weeks, hopefully. Then I can put them in small pots.
Okay.
And just keep them in a sunny window or wherever until the spring, until like March or April, and then I could put them outside, and they will already have a root system, and they'll have a jump start on spring.
No, they're not going to stay in a jar of water the whole winter, right?
No.
Okay.
Once they have roots, then I will put them. I'll pot them up,
Okay.
in small pots.
So how do you know where to cut?
Well, tomato plants will actually root anywhere along the stem. If you cut it and stick it in water, it will root. You usually have the most success by taking a sucker from the plant. This is only one plant and doesn't have that many suckers, so I'm just doing the best I can here. And normally, on a regular tomato plant growing in the summer, you'll see little hairs grow up the root, the stem, all around the stem.
Yeah.
If you cut that and put that in water, that will actually root.
Okay. So you have actual fruit left to go, but it doesn't look like it's going to ripen up in time before the frost and the super cold comes.
No, not hardly. Actually, if they were bigger, you could take them off and make the southern dish, green fried tomatoes. But they're kind of small. You'd need a whole bunch of them in order to be able to slice them and fry them up.
Well, I don't know. We got some in there. We can get one batch out of it, maybe.
Yeah, there might be some on the other side too.
Have you ever cooked fried green tomatoes?
No.
Well, now's your chance.
I've eaten them in restaurants, and they're good. It's like any. It tastes like a fried squash.
Yeah.
Like if you took zucchini or some other squash and sliced it and fried it up. So at any rate, so what I'm doing, we started at the back. We're
Right.
over here on the side, and I'm just going to take some cuttings because with the cold weather coming, these plants are not going to really do anything.
I'm surprised they look as good as they do,
Oh, me too. Me too.
given it's post-Thanksgiving.
Right. Trying to see here.
So these are the little fuzzies you were talking about that...
Right.
So if that goes into the water, that turns into roots?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's why when you plant tomatoes in the spring, you snip off a couple leaves on the bottom and you sink that whole thing down, and the tomato plant will develop roots all along that stem.
Okay. Now, are you doing clippings of all the ones you planted this year? Or did everything make the cut?
I'm doing cuttings of Chocolate Miracle, Amazon Chocolate, and Black Crib. I have Cherokee Purple over there, but I really, truthfully, wasn't that thrilled with Cherokee Purple. I much prefer the Black Crib. It just doesn't grow here in the hot summer. So you have to do an early planting and a late planting. But the late planting, I planted too late, so I have to move that up by a few weeks next year.
Okay.
But just those three. I will try. I'll probably, depending on the success rate, I may just buy some more seeds anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but who knows? Next year maybe I'll save the seeds from the tomatoes and try that. That's an option too. So see, we have plenty of these little tomatoes. They're just not going to go anyplace because it's too late in the season.
Yeah.
And flowers even.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No. Yeah, I guess you can't. If you cut that, would the tomato eventually ripen if you kept it indoors?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No,
Okay.
because it's just in plain water. It doesn't have any food or anything.
All right.
So, yeah. No, don't think so.
Just trying to help, Mom.
I know.
So how many are you going to do? A dozen?
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
And you can just sit these in the windowsill? I mean, you don't need like a grow light or anything?
No. Well, you could. I just sit them on my windowsill, and I have a problem because the whole house has front and back porches along the whole house, and so sun actually doesn't come in. So I have one little window in my kitchen that I get some sun. And I've rooted things before, like I've rooted tomatoes, and I've rooted the pineapple sage, and I rooted basil, and so I'm trying that again for this winter. Now once I pot them up, I may put them under a grow light
Okay.
of some sort. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, and we'll record that too. But I don't plan that far in advance. I really don't. They could all die and everything will be for naught. So I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
Yes, we will.
It's an experiment.
It's an adventure.